Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Alan the Alien. He made his first appearance in Invincible, issue number 2, that was released in February of 2003. He also goes by the aliases of just Alan and also Great Alan, being the leader of the Coalition of Planets. Now, Alan is a part of an alien race known as the Unopans, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing 375 pounds, having one red eye and no hair, although he's covered with red skin, also having just 3 fingers on each hand and 2 toes on each foot. Alan, by far, is the strongest Unopan being in the universe, being specifically bred to be so. Matter of fact, he's definitely one of the strongest, if not arguably the strongest mortal being in the Invincible universe, having vast superhuman strength that at first let him lift up to around 100 tons, but currently he's grown to the point that he can lift well over 100 tons, being able to go toe-to-toe and even overpower some of the strongest Viltrumites in the universe, including Omni-Man and even the strongest Viltrumite, Thrag. In addition to this amazing strength, he also has vast superhuman speed, which when combined with his ability to fly, lets him move through space at near light speed, and that's including near limitless stamina. Alan has also developed durability that nears invulnerability, not being susceptible to any conventional means, and only minimally being affected by attacks from beings that are around his strength level, in addition to a very few specialized types of weapons. But if he is injured, he's always been shown to have a low-level healing factor, which over time has gotten more advanced just as his other abilities, now being able to regenerate completely missing limbs in just a few days. Now, just as I've been alluding to, all of his abilities have gotten more advanced on more than one occasion, and this is due to his power of reactive adaptation, which is very similar to what the Saiyan race goes through in the Dragon Ball series, in that franchise being called a Zenkai Boost or Saiyan power. So basically, whenever Alan comes to a near-death experience, when he heals, his strength and durability are much more advanced. And to top it all off, Alan can also use telepathy to communicate with others, as well as exuding a natural-born leadership, which easily convinces others to follow his command. Now, Alan the Alien was born in a Unopan breeding camp with the sole purpose of becoming the strongest Unopan due to them nearly becoming extinct at the hands of the Viltrumites, who they would not surrender to. He was the last in a long line to endure experiments to become their champion warrior. And although he was very strong, the program was ended due to him not being considered strong enough to defeat all of the Viltrumites. Yet he was strong enough to be picked as the champion evaluation officer for the Coalition of Planets, being charged with testing out each planetarian guardian's strength every 3 years. The strength of the Coalition of Planets was important, due to this organization being formed to try to defend from the spreading Viltrumite Empire. Alan's journeys would eventually bring him to Earth, where he would battle Omni-Man many different times, thinking that he was a planetary guardian. One visit to Earth would lead to him battling Omni-Man's well-known son, Invincible. That is, until they began talking and sharing with each other their own histories, which led them to realize that they're both like-minded protectors and should be considered allies. Alan would make his way back to the home world of the Coalition of Planets, named Telskria, where he would report to the other council members that this new Invincible was sympathetic to their cause. Soon after reporting this information, Alan happened to be attacked by Viltrumites while he was at dinner with his girlfriend, Telia. These 2 Viltrumites would question him about the goings-on of Omni-Man and this unknown son, Invincible. But when they weren't happy with Alan's mocking answer, they would severely injure him and leave him in space. When healing from this is when his body would endure its first Zenkai Boost, for lack of better words. It was then recognized by he himself and the founder of the coalition named Thaddeus that he was very close to, if not equal to power levels of that of Viltrumites. At Thaddeus' advice, Alan would then go back to Earth looking for Invincible to try to convince him to come back to Telskria. Following a brief, mistaken skirmish with the Immortal, Alan and Invincible would meet again. But Invincible wouldn't go with him at this point, seeing as how his father Omni-Man had been taken prisoner by the Viltrumites, and he somewhat felt responsible for taking care of the planet now, and his brother Oliver and his mom. It just so happened that when Alan left to go back to Telskria, that he would notice a Viltrumite warship, and he himself would be noticed by a Viltrumite woman named Anissa. And although she attacked him and he could have beaten her using his newfound strength, he remembered that Omni-Man had been taken prisoner, and he threw the fight, allowing himself to be captured as well, just to get close to Omni-Man. When he notices Omni-Man in the prison bay of the ship, he communicates with him telepathically, then spending several days sharing information with each other, becoming friends, and planning their escape. The two get away, and that begins their long-standing friendship. From there, Alan would be key in leading the Allied charge in the Viltrumite War, although at times not quite seeing eye to eye with the rest of the coalition, particularly when he was planning on using a new scourge virus against all the Viltrumites, which had devastated their species' numbers before. So despite a couple of skirmishes with his allies on this point, everyone would eventually fall back on the same page, particularly when it came to battling the ongoing threat of Thrag. Regardless, I don't think that Alan has much to be personally scared of, seeing as how another near-death experience from him being close to an advanced bomb has made him yet even more powerful than he's been before. Who knows how high his power levels could eventually go. Now, due to his powers and abilities and his influence on the Image Comics universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Alan the Alien a rating of 10, which is a legendary rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.